Free COVID testing set to begin in the capital this week. PMH updates its protocols and COVID cases continue to climb. Good evening, everyone. I'm Leah Cooper with your JCN News for this Thursday, January 6. The government's making good of one of its key campaign promises, that is free testing. In the coming days, free testing will become available to some 400 individuals per day here in New Providence. Here's Laurencia Smith with more details on the program.
With a click of a mouse starting on Friday, free testing will be accessible to about 400 individuals per day here in the capital as the pilot program for free testing kicks off this coming Saturday. This much coming out of the Office of the Prime Minister's weekly press briefing from OPM's press secretary Clint Watson. Now, 2 testing sites will be available, one for those who are asymptomatic and the other for those who are symptomatic.
We're going to begin on Saturday with Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium and Malia. And of course, Kendall Isaacs Gym will be in the form of a drive-through where you drive up, you take your test, and you're on your way. And of course, Malia. So those of you who want to participate in testing, we encourage you to be able to do that. Now, that's for persons who are asymptomatic. You're not experiencing any conditions, whatever. You go to those particular facilities for your free testing. Now, for those of you who are having symptoms, you're going to do testing at the South Beach Clinic, which will reopen this week as well.
The South Beach Testing Center will not require registration like the other centers. On the campaign trail, free testing was one of the Progressive Liberal Party's major promises. Weeks after winning the election, the free testing pilot program started in the Family Islands. Mr. Watson says that free testing is a significant tool to help fight COVID-19 here in the Bahamas.
We believe it is a vital step in fighting the virus. The testing at all sites will be rapid antigen tests, and should the test come back positive, a PCR test can be done, particularly at the South Beach Clinic. So we expect that to begin. All of the framework has been put in place, the platforms have been put in place, and like I said, you can begin logging on tomorrow to get your time for your free testing, and we expect this to be a significant tool in helping us to fight the COVID-19 virus.
People will be allowed to test once per week, according to the press secretary. Now, those 400 tests will be available between 2 centers, the Malia Center and the Kendall G. Isaacs Gymnasium Center. At this time, there is no clear price tag on what this program is costing the government.
We're putting together the figures. We have been able, Dr. Arville has said they were able to procure us funding that was already allocated for COVID-19 through a funding, and so they're using that. So that's why you see us have this cap, Jasper, of 400, is to make sure we stay within the budgeted amount that we have to be able to do this. And so that's why we're capping it at that, to be able to ensure that we do not go over budget. And if the need arises that we have to do more, they will go back to the drawing board and discuss how best we go about that.
Meantime, another day of high triple-digit COVID-19 infections being confirmed in country. The Ministry of Health and Wellness confirming 375 new cases for Tuesday, January 4th. Those numbers emerge following 794 RT-PCR tests completed on the same day. New Providence still leads the way in confirmed COVID cases. 317 were confirmed in the capital, 31 on Grand Bahama, 9 on the Berry Islands, 4 on Cat Island, 3 on Andros, 2 cases on Exuma, 1 case each on Abaco and Long Island, and 3 cases with the locations pending. 75 of those newly infected have a history of travel within 14 days, 68 on New Providence, 3 on Eleuthera, 2 Grand Bahamians, 1 from Andros, and 1 unknown. These cases now push the total confirmed cases to 26,701. 3,830 cases are active, and hospitalizations have increased to 71. 67 moderately ill, 4 in intensive care. The death toll remains at 717. 52 people recovered from the virus on Tuesday. The Public Hospitals Authority institutions announced today that it has updated protocols due to the rapid increase in new COVID-19 cases presenting at hospital emergency departments. That said, the Princess Margaret Hospital Emergency Department reminds the public that only emergency cases should utilize the PMH Emergency Department at this time. Outpatient diagnostics and radiology services can be accessed by appointment only. Persons seeking appointments should call the hospital switchboard at 322-2861 or the registration and scheduling unit at 808-9972 to send WhatsApp messages. Rehabilitation services are offered by virtual appointment only. Therefore, patients seeking appointment should call 356-4447 or 326-8740. The PMH pharmacy continues with regular hours of operation for outpatient services. That's Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The pharmacy continues to offer an online refill service for chronic medications via WhatsApp at 424-3642. Elective surgery remains suspended. Only emergency procedures will be performed. Only gynecology, fracture, hand, and plastic surgery clinics will be seen in person at the hospital. All other specialty clinic cases will be conducted via virtual appointments. Oncology and dialysis services remain uninterrupted. Morgue services remain uninterrupted. PMH patient visitation remains restricted. Physicians will advise on visitation for the intensive care unit, neonatal intensive care unit, and pediatric patients on a case-by-case basis. The Grand Bahama Health Services also advises that the vaccination site at the Susan J. Wallace Community Center reopened on January 4th, 2022. Appointments can be made at www.vax.gov.bs. It also advises that only medical emergency cases such as moderate to severe chest pain, shortness of breath, or other medical emergencies should utilize the emergency department at the Ram Memorial Hospital at this time. Expectant mothers are encouraged to present a current negative PCR test result prior to being admitted to the obstetrics ward at the Ram Memorial Hospital. The pharmacies at Pierce Plaza and Hawksville Clinic are closed until further notice. Pharmacy services can be accessed at the IAT building. Priority will be given to children and the elderly. Meantime, forensic services and home visits remain suspended at the Sandilands Rehabilitation Center. Virtual visits and telehealth appointments are being used to manage all applicable patients. Appointments are strictly enforced for community counseling and assessment center. Persons seeking appointment should call 323-3293. The public is advised to follow all announcements and public advisories from the Ministry of Health and Wellness and the Public Hospitals Authority regarding health and hospital services. And Minister of Agriculture, Marine Resources and Family Island Affairs, Clay Sweeting, expressing his excitement for Local Government Nomination Day, which begins today, January 6. According to Mr. Sweeting, young people, women, business persons, and many others have already started to campaign towards serving as members on their councils and town committees and boards. He went on to say the nation needs dedicated, inspirational Bahamians to be a part of the process to efficiently govern the Family Islands, as local government plays an instrumental role in the overall governance of the country. Local government elections are set for the 27th of January, with the results revealed on January 31st. Mr. Sweeting says he is looking forward to working with the successful candidates. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.